Welcome from the IFA 2015, where we have here the Sony Xperia Z5 Premium on the right, and I have the Apple iPhone 6 Plus in my hand, which was actually announced last year, so it's already a year old, and you can see that especially in the hardware, where we only have a Full HD screen here on 5.5 inches compared to a 4K resolution display on the Sony with the same size. So both have the 5.5 inch size, 16:9, but here we have 4 times the resolution than on the Apple iPhone 6 Plus. Also, there's a bigger battery inside. It's waterproof. We have dual speakers on the front, so there's a whole lot that speaks for the Sony smartphone, but we will show you guys that in detail why it's better or why it's not better. For example, a fingerprint reader is finally also here in the Sony with the on and off switch. Just put your finger here and then you can turn it on and off, or then off, but of course just on to unlock it here with your finger, as you can do with the Apple iPhone after pressing it once. You guys know that a game. Otherwise, the internal memory of the Sony is 32 gigs, but you can expand that with a micro SD. That's also not possible with other devices by other companies. So let's see here a little bit in thickness. We have 7.1mm versus 7.8. So the Sony is not that much thicker. It just looks like it because of the round edges everywhere. So Lightning versus micro USB headset, and then we have a little place where we can just put in a strap. On this side you can see that we have an Xperia logo, volume rocker, and mute button here for iPhone, but here we have the nano SIM card slot and actually also the micro SD. Then here we have on top the headset port and microphone, and then we have on the other side, as you were able to see, of course, also all the other buttons here that you've seen before, and the nano SIM card slot. And on the back again, camera difference is almost triple the camera resolution with 23 megapixel versus only 8 megapixel on the iPhone. And the iPhone actually even has a camera that sticks out a little bit in the back, but dual flash can't also harm. And on the Sony we have a single flash, but that's usually enough. A little bit of a drawback maybe for some people is the complete glass back cover that is like looking in a mirror. It's really quite awesome, but once you just do this, then you have really your fingerprint already on there, and that's not that nice for a lot of people that don't want to clean it all day. Apple has a full metal body, which is a little bit better, but otherwise all around the device, the metal cover on the Sony is also quite awesome. So just unlock all of these and try them out with the camera and the browser maybe also first. I don't have internet right now, but we can just show you guys the keyboard, how fast the two keyboards are spinning. So in terms of speed, these seem to be quite similar. The Sony is actually a little bit faster, even with the octa-core 8-core processor by Qualcomm, the Snapdragon 810, and 3 gigs of RAM. On the right we have 1 gig of RAM and just a dual-core processor by Apple inside. So let's go out here again and let's try those cameras. Let's start off with the front camera here, if it's already open on the Sony, so you guys can see that the wide angle is a little bit better on a Sony. When it comes to my head, for example, it doesn't cut off my head that much, and the camera is also more inside the pictures. We can record with the Sony Full HD on the front and with the Apple only HD resolution on the front. But yeah, the display is also a little bit brighter on the Apple. Sony still hasn't finished the panel, so it's still a little bit dark, but that's just something that Sony has a problem with for a few years now. Let's turn them around and let's see if on the back the 23 megapixel camera will be better than the one by Apple. So you guys can see that the wide angle again here is not as good as on the iPhone. For example, the speaker in the top corner of this little van is not inside the picture in the Apple picture, and also the smartphones are not completely to the bottom in the picture like on the Sony. Otherwise, you can see both look actually quite good. 8 megapixel versus not 8 megapixels. Again, here only Full HD for recording video, which is not that much, and with the Sony you can again also record 4K, which is really quite awesome, but that's actually not that new. A lot of phones have done that before, so let me just hold them the right way to press on both. For example, just the simple shutter button, and then let's compare the pictures from close up. So let's shoot pictures with both of them. Let me just press the button again here, and then we will see that the iPhone is a wee bit faster, but not a lot faster. So let's just check out the results by going a little bit closer. 23 megapixels should mean that we have a really high resolution picture now, where we can go closer and, for example, see the date of the magazine a little bit clearer. And then you can see, let's go here a little closer, on the iPhone looks actually even a little bit better. So that's a little bit sad, if you ask me, that the Apple iPhone with 8 megapixels is still a bit better in the back camera than the Sony. But again, this is just a pre-production premium. Maybe it will be better with the finished product. We will try that definitely out in our full review when it will come up in the next few weeks when it comes to market, the Sony. So this was already it with the quick comparison of the Apple iPhone 6 Plus with the Sony Xperia Z 5 Premium. So here we have dual speakers on the front, waterproofness, a higher resolution camera and a bigger battery, 3430 milliamps versus just 3000 in the iPhone, where we just don't have all those features, but it's an iPhone. So thank you much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. My name is Balazs from the IFA 2015. Thank you much for tuning in. Willkommen aus Berlin, wo wir das Sony Xperia Z5 Premium in fast allen 3 Farben hier liegen haben. Hier ist nur ein Z5 noch im Bild, das erkennt ihr natürlich sofort, aber hier haben wir jetzt das Goldene uns geschafft, nicht nur das Chrom. Das gibt es auch noch in Schwarz, das lege ich mal kurz auf die Seite, sonst ist es ein bisschen unfair. Aber ich habe jetzt hier extra das Gold noch ins Bild geholt, damit ihr seht, es gibt auch ein nicht ganz so spiegelndes Sony Xperia Z5 Premium. Und zwar, wenn wir die beiden aufeinander mal legen, dann seht ihr jetzt erstmal wunderschön, wie die Ränder hier ausschauen bei beiden. Edelstahl schaut super aus. Und drehen wir sie mal um, dann sehen wir links gleich zuerst mal mich im Bild, ganz stark spiegelnd und rechts gar nicht mehr so spiegelnd, so ein bisschen matter, blasser, aber auch noch ein wunderschönes Gerät, ähnlich wie wir das auch bei den Samsung-Geräten teilweise kennen. Und das Schwarz ist dann auch nicht ganz so spiegelnd wie das Chrom, aber das Chrom ist natürlich wunderbar als Handspiegel verwendbar sozusagen. Schauen wir uns noch mal einfach außenrum die Geräte an. Alles wunderschön hier von Sony. Genau, das war eigentlich schon unser kurzes Roundup, was die Farben angeht. Was ich noch kurz zeigen wollte, bezüglich zum Goldenen. Das matte Z5 ist etwas anders als das Z5 Premium hier, was nicht ganz so matt ist. Aber an der Seite kennt man dann auch wieder die Unterschiede. Das schaut eher aus wie ein Goldbarren. Das ist einfach nur auch Metall, aber dann Aluminium und nicht Edelstahl. Entsprechend angemalt. Mein Name ist Balazs, das war hier das Z5 Premium in Chrom und in Gold. Im ganz kurzen Hands-on. Wenn ihr zugeschaut habt, bis zum nächsten Mal und vergesst nicht, unseren Channel zu abonnieren.